Oh, it is morning time, Saturday morning, and this video is the weekend edition, good through Monday, January 15th, 2018. My name's D7, and I welcome you. We're going to be talking about technical analysis and going over a lot of charts, so buckle up and be prepared to pause the video, rewind, and re-listen, because we're going to be moving very quickly. But it's a long weekend due to Dr. Martin Luther King Day on Monday. So the markets will not be open, and we honor him and all he has done for the United States and the world. All right, let's get after it. The Dow goes up 228 points, breaking all sorts of records. Just craziness. The economy is on fire. Guys, the unemployment rate is at a 17.5-year low. President Trump came out and he had the biggest tax cut in history, of $5.5 trillion in taxes cut, benefiting small business and individuals. GDP is rising. The economy is growing by 3% plus right now. Stocks just keep breaking record after record after record. This is a hot market. If you are not making a killing in the markets, we got to fix that. And we're here to help you to fix that, because you have to get that fixed. Have to get it fixed. Here it is. The market's in bullish territory. Dow doing the best, up nearly a full percent. Financials up the same. US dollar taking a bloody hit. It's just getting killed. Crude oil up 1.3%, gold up 1.2%, silver up 1.6%. Big move in precious metals. But what's interesting here is the VIX, the fear. Fear is increasing by 2.8%. That's telling us that people are a little scared that we're this high, this extended to the upside. But we have broken a ton of resistance levels. Bitcoin up 4% after a big drop, and GBTC up a whopping staggering 15%. We're going to start off here with the spiders. As we look through this, I want you to understand that the bottom chart is my daily chart. You'll see the D for daily. The same stock or ETF, you'll see up here W for weekly, and then M for monthly. That's what we're looking at. So anytime I blow the chart up to look at it, you can quickly know if it's a daily, weekly, or monthly by looking at that. And I'm using TradingView. You can find out more information on TradingView at tradingview.com. And I might put the link in the description also, so you can go right there. All right. Taking a look at the spider daily chart, up, and away. You guys will see that I do have up arrows and down arrows. Those are my calls that I make publicly for all to see, and they don't get moved. They are what they are, and you can see our caliber of ability to trade. And there it is. If you look here at the weekly chart on the spider, we would go higher, 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 higher the last 2 weeks. Boom and boom, it's looking rock solid on decent volume. The month we're well into our month here. And what's very interesting is this. We are on the monthly chart way over resistance. But the question is, how will January end? I'm telling you guys, and I keep saying this, I'm going to keep saying it until January is over. How January ends is hugely and paramountly important to me and many other traders, because if January drops and is very bearish by the end of the month, if that happens, you're going to have a shooting star reversal pattern on the monthly chart. That will be a reversal pattern, and we have a long drop that we could fall. I mean, a big fall here that could happen. So that's why if we break this resistance, we need to stay over resistance. We have to do that. Let me give you kind of a case in point here. At one point, we were over resistance there, a big white candlestick, okay? But by the month end, we came back down and closed below the line. And then after that, we had a sell-off. Now remember, each one of these candlesticks is 1 month. This is the 2007, 2008 market crash right there. So just to put that in perspective, that's a significant drop. So let me share this again. Right now we go up, 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 up. If we close right there, I mean on the spider, if we close below 27, 26.8 area, we're just toast going in for multiple months to the downside. Remember me saying this, okay? All right, let's move on to the diamonds. The diamonds here's the daily chart. Up, 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 and away. I'm going to start cleaning up some of these lines. I'll re-add them later. But we're breaking all sorts of resistance. Ooh, I do want to extend this one out. Oh, wow. Hold on. We could be at resistance here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We're right at resistance. Check this out. So the diamond's smashing its head against resistance on that daily chart. Let's go here to the weekly chart. And we're just up, 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 and away. Looking really, really rock solid. Rock solid. And the monthly is just great. Just great, great, great. Looking so, so good. Up, up, up. Let's go to the Russell's 2000. Russell's 2000, Thursday just went boom through resistance. Remember how I said it needed to do that to break this rising wedge? And it did with a vengeance. With a vengeance. This is really, really good. I do want to add a trend line here just to see where we are at. I have to bring that down right there. I could probably... All right. So what's interesting, it broke that line too. And this is a good line. Look at this. Resistance, resistance, resistance there. We hit resistance on Thursday. Friday, we broke it. Really good strength there. Looking good, good, good. The weekly chart, what's cool about the weekly is we come over to the support level and then we bounce. Do you see that? We bounce, which is a really, really good move there. Just a good, solid move. And just cleaning up some old trend lines that don't matter as much to me right now. And the monthly here, still figuring things out, but it's looking really, really good. Really, really good. We do have some resistance that we're approaching, so that's something we need to watch for small caps. Financials, financial market, XLF, you can see that, XLF, well, you can just see it here, XLF. And you can see it here, but the ticker symbol's not there, but there it is. We had a rising wedge, but boom, we blasted through it. You can see that right there. You can always look at these charts in full screen and go to high definition. If you look at the weekly chart here, we had a buyback here. Boom, it's looking really, really good. I mean, just solid, solid, solid. Solid. The monthly, obviously looking quite solid. Quite solid. US dollar, though, guys, is in trouble city, and it's just horrible. Horrible. Let's take a look here. So we had this triangle. The triangle, I called it a sell when we broke it. Drop, 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 drop. There's our bounce. I called it a buy. And then on Thursday, I had to call it a sell because we pivoted and dropped. I couldn't do it on Wednesday because, oh, man, I could have done it on Wednesday. Oh, I just didn't do it on Wednesday. Oh, probably because it bounced and came back up, and okay, that's why I didn't do it. But Thursday was a different ball game. Sold it, and then bam, just a huge drop, breaking major resistance. It's like, where is the bottom here, guys? Where's the bottom to the US dollar? That in part is why the markets are doing so well, but this is troubling. The U.S. dollar is just in trouble. Look at the weekly. Weekly, I put a sell on it back in November, and look what it has done. It's just broken all sorts of resistance areas. Just craziness. Bad, 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 bad stuff. Let me see here. If we were to go, I'm going to do horizontal ray. We are at a level of support. No, we broke it. We actually broke that support. See that support? Oh, I need to bring that down just ever so slightly. I like my lines right there. Yeah, we did break it. We broke it. Oh, man, the U.S. dollar weekly chart. Monthly, put a sell on it last month, and this is where we're at. Let's take a look at the monthly. The monthly. So the monthly, this line needs to go down right there. Look, that's right where we touched. Right where we touched on the monthly. We're right at a major support level. The question is, will that hold? I think it's in trouble, guys. I think it's in trouble. Crude oil. Let's look at the daily chart first. We got a buy back here, and it took off and then broke through. Boom! And it's just solid. I really thought Thursday that it was going to drop, and it just didn't. It started to drop, but it rallied by day's end. Crude oil looking just really good. Very, very bullish. Very, very bullish. If you look at the weekly chart, got a buy on it a few weeks back. Boom! Looking good. If you look here to the monthly put a buy on it about 4 months ago, and it just continues higher, So good calls across the board there. Gold and silver, guys, big charts to look at. I called it a buy back here December 13th, and you can see my dates down there when I hover over these time periods. You can see where I sold it. You can see where I bought it. It's just up, but we are now at a resistance point. That resistance point is a big one. If you go back in time, we hit here on July 2016, August 2016, big one here in September 2017, and that's where we're at, guys. We're right there. It's a huge symmetrical triangle. Huge symmetrical triangle. Question is, will we blast through? It has this blue line and then the 128.13 to get through on GLD. If you look at the weekly chart, interesting thing happened on the weekly. Huge symmetrical triangle. We have what's called a death hook. We teach that in mentorship. We have a mentorship going on this weekend. That like at this moment, the time that I'm doing this video, there's a class full of people going through the mentorship. And I don't know if it's rude. Is it okay that I drink coffee when I'm doing my videos? I feel very comfortable. But the death hook happens. This is a very good thing in this formation. And sure enough, it broke through for the week. This is a pattern that we have come up with here at Grok Trade that no one else knows. And we had to coin it something. We call it the death hook. And this has the potential of exploding. Gold has the potential of making a massive run, even more so than what it's doing, doubling if not tripling the run we've seen as of recent. If you look here at the monthly chart, the monthly chart is just looking quite healthy. Have a little bit of resistance area to deal with, something to watch for. Okay, silver is at major resistance. Major resistance. You can see it right here. We're in a huge symmetrical triangle, big symmetrical triangle, and we busted through that resistance level, but we're right at it, guys. Will we blast through? I think it has a really good chance of blasting through, and there could be a ton of upside potential here. Look at weekly. The weekly popped last week, broke through resistance, and we're maintaining our strength. We came back down here, tested support, came back up, closing just above the 50-day moving average. Good. The monthly is saying we're ready to rally. Guys, gold and silver could be set up for a significant run. a significant run. Share this with your friends who trade gold and silver. Now, you guys are excited about the recent run. That could pale in comparison to what is to come. But charts will do the talking. What I surmise that might happen, speculation at best. Looking at charts, though, it's telling me that the odds are starting to stack up in the favor of a big run on silver and gold, but the markets will do whatever they want to. And if it's a sell, I will put a sell on it right now, even though I said it's set up to run. Because the markets dictate, not my opinion. My opinion and the news of others will not dictate the markets. The markets will do what the markets will do. Let's look at the VIX. Now the VIX, quickly, silver, yeah, we looked at that. Okay, VIX here, what's interesting is the markets are going higher, but the VIX is going higher. That's smart money hedging their longs right now. I put a buy on that back January 5th, and we have gone up. The fear has increased then. On the weekly, I put a sell last week, 2 weeks ago, but we're starting to pop up here. I got a sell on the monthly, but we dropped to these lower levels around 9 and we come right back up. Now, in the whole scheme of things, guys, we're in a complacent area, very bullish overall. We are big time bullish. Anytime you're at this low, it's bullish city, and that can last a long time. Long time. Bitcoin versus US dollar. Now this is for the crypto guys out there. Really important to follow me on this. We had at one point, this is the daily chart. We had at one point, I need to put the line back here so you can see it. We had this pattern. Now look at just the two red lines. This is a big pop, a bull flag, a pinching pattern, and then it popped, did a video saying, hey, look for upside potential, and boom. But it only lasted 1, 2, 3, 4 days before it dropped. And right there is a sell point. Because I'm bullish on the bigger time frames, I did not want to put a sell on it yet. So I maintained with my long. But something happened a few days ago. Big area support broken. Do you see this? Support broken. Bam! Last couple days, we're trying to rally back, but now we're hitting resistance. That's a bad thing. All right, that said, we have this line still and this line. So forget this line for the time being, okay? Forget that this is there. Just look at these two. This is still a bull flag territory. This is still a bull flag territory. And if I look here at a Fibonacci, as long as it stays above this area of the trend line, and I can almost put this trend line right there, okay? As long as it stays above this, we are good, okay? So long as price action does not go below the end of this red, it stays above the red and no lower than the end of this red, this remains a big bull flag. Big bull flag. That's what this is. But we're going to have to be patient with it because right now it's weak. Expect more downside or consolidation to take place, but it should remain between this red line and this blue one. It should remain in this channel, but no lower than this area, okay? That's what we're looking at here. If you zoom in, you're going to see that the moving averages have all coiled together. Do you see them? And they're all acting as resistance, which is more bearish and is bullish. And we're below a trend line, which is more bearish and is bullish. So it's under a ton of pressure right now. Ton of pressure. If you look at the weekly chart, let me clean it up a little bit. We have a buy on it, up, pulls back, starts to pop. But this week, under a lot of stress, we have a lower high and slightly a lower low. Slightly. This is a bad sign. This is a bear sign. If you look here at the monthly on Bitcoin, up, 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 and it's showing weakness this month. Showing weakness. GBTC is coming out with a split. If you hold this stock, GBTC, this one right here, if you hold this stock January 22nd through the close of the day, there's a 91-to-1 split. You're going to get 90 additional shares of GBTC distributed on January 26th. Okay, I put a buy on it. I put a buy on it. Sorry for the cough. Put a buy on it Friday. I still have a buy on it on the weekly, the monthly here. Monthly here looks just like Bitcoin. It's just under some stress at this moment. But it's in consolidation. This thing could chop around forever. Okay, let's look at some stocks of interest. We're going to look at the Dow 30, big blue chip companies. We're going to look at tech stocks. And I think those tech stocks, there's several things to look at on these. Before I do, if you think that we could be of help to you in your trading, I want you to do something interesting. And I can't believe I'm putting this out on public. But if you send me a text at 317-883-7770. I'll try to put it up on the screen right now. Send me a text. Just let me know who you are. Let me know what your name is, and we will get you information about what it might mean for us to train you in your trading. Okay? All right, let's move on to the Dow 30. We're going to quickly do this, guys, so rapid fire. IBM, I got a sell on the daily on IBM. Gone. So that is a big fat sell. If you look here at the weekly chart, this is where we're at. So there's the weekly. Here's the monthly. All right. That's IBM. I don't know why it started on IBM because it's down here on the list. We're going to go to Apple. Apple's a big one. Now, this was huge. What happened Friday? Remember this big, just a trading, it's called a range. It's a trading range. It's trading between this level and this level. It's a trading range. Boom! It broke the range on Friday. It's really bullish. On the weekly, it's a high base breakout ready to happen. This breakout could take off. It could go boom to the upside. The monthly looking really strong. All right, AXP, American Express. I have a buy on it. It's struggling at a resistance point. Struggling here. Let me see. I'm going to tweak these trend lines to I encapsulate them. Big time resistance, big time falling wedge. This thing could break down. Friday it tried to break down, but it didn't. You got to be careful with that one. Here's the weekly. Here's the monthly. Looking good. All right, Boeing is just on fire. Called it a buy here base. Boom to the upside. Just so strong, so impressive. Just very impressive. Caterpillar got this big up run, but Friday was a doji. Guys, be careful with Caterpillar. See this? Kind of a small doji looking thing. It's just a small like evening star. This could be trouble, but the weekly looks good. The monthly looks good. Just a great slope to the upside. Cisco, we're within a trend, heading higher, nearing resistance. The weekly looking good, monthly looking solid. CVX, Chevron, really good pop there. Nice run. Weekly, monthly looking good. Disney was up 1.33%. Got a buy on it as of Thursday, but we're approaching resistance. But will it blast through? Let's look at the weekly. The weekly is caught up in an area of resistance. But if we can plow through this area, we need to get over like $114. If we can do that, It could just fly. Yeah, $114. If it gets over $114, Disney could fly. Dow, DuPont, put a sell on it, but immediately had to put a buy back on it Thursday. Friday, it pops up a little bit, but not much. But that's kind of what we're looking at here. GE was down 1.7%. So I put a sell on it last week. Then I had to put a buy on it. And now it's under pressure. I'm willing, I should put a sell on it. I'm not going to. I think there's too much upside potential here on the monthly and on the weekly. I'm going to stay with my buy, even though we're heading in the wrong direction, but I'd like to see it stay above the moving averages. Goldman Sachs, put a buy on it. We're going higher. Building a high base on the weekly on Goldman Sachs. Let's just see what happens. The monthly just looks bearish to me. Home Depot, up, but Friday we have a shooting star. This is a reversal pattern. Be careful. Home Depot might be ready to give back some. The weekly looking strong. Monthly looking strong. IBM, we looked at that one. Intel put a sell on it. I'm going to stay with my sell. We're below moving averages. Here for the week, see, last week I didn't put a sell on it, but this week I think I will. But it is a bull flag. I'm just not ready to put a sell on that yet. The monthly, I think it has a good chance of going higher. Okay, Johnson & Johnson, we're at resistance on the daily. See that? At resistance. The weekly is looking good. Monthly looking good. JP Morgan, we're up and away. All is well on JP Morgan. And monthly, weekly looking good. Coca-Cola had 3 bearish days, but we're above resistance. Kind of a high base. Not sure what will happen there, but the consolidation is just serious on the weekly. Consolidation on the monthly is serious. It needs to break up. It needs to stay above 40. It's been trading between 44 and 47 forever. Think covered calls on that. This is a good thing for covered calls, or it has been. McDonald's, just sideways, sideways, sideways. I did put a buy on McDonald's. On the monthly, I'm very extended, so it could bite me. But the weekly looks like a high base, like it's wanting to pop. And I could see us get over 180, but we'll see what happens. But I do have a buy on it. 3M, I had a buy on it, and it closed over a resistance point. Very, very good to see that. We have the weekly looking decent, monthly staying strong. Merck, boom, last 3 days looking good. The weekly is looking good, but this is a bearish formation. It's a bear pullback. This could be a bearish quickly. The monthly, though, is again starting to bounce. So I have everything's bullish right now, but it could be short-lived in the next couple weeks. Microsoft was busted over resistance, hung out here, and then popped. That's very good to see. Really nice move. The weekly chart up, monthly up. Nike, consolidating, going sideways. I still have buys on all these, but it's just hung up. Not something I'm excited about. PFE, we did get over an area of resistance, but then we created another one. And I'm going to move this up for the time being. We have this triangle. It's consolidating. This could pop up or down. It's more bullish and is bearish right now. The weekly just looks weak to me, even though we got buys on it. The monthly looks weak to me, even though we got buys on it. PG, had a sell on it last Wednesday, I believe. That'd be Friday. Yeah. Down, closing below all major moving averages. 2 weeks ago, we had a sell, and this week was just bloody. The monthly could be a sell soon, too. Travelers put a buy on it Friday, but last week was a sell on the weekly, and we're consolidating on the monthly. UNH, got a buy on it. Popped up higher, looking good. Weekly needs to get some legs and pop. We stutter stepped, didn't do anything for the week. Whole lot of nothing, but building a high base on the monthly, so we could continue to consolidate. UTX, Up, 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 up. You just can't kill it. You just can't kill it. We do have a hanging man, so if we have any sort of weakness in UTX next week, be looking to sell that. Okay. Visa, we popped up over resistance, going sideways. Everything's looking good on that. Verizon, got a sell on it. I'm going to stay with my sell. Sells on the weekly. The monthly is still a buy, but it could be a sell soon. So you don't want any Verizon. Walmart, got a buy on it, but consolidating sideways. The weekly does climb higher. The monthly does climb higher. And Exxon. Exxon, we're up, 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 but we're nearing resistance now. Resistance is an area to be concerned with. And that's where we're at. The weekly popped up, looking good. Monthly popped up, looking good. Okay, if you're interested in tech stocks, they're exciting. Let's look at these. We already looked at Apple. Let's go to Amazon. Big pop. Looking good, over 1% on Friday. The weekly release, last 2 weeks, really, really good for Amazon. Look for more upside. Monthly, solid. Baba was down a little bit, and here's why. I'm going to blow this up so we can see it. Baba is at resistance. You can see that right there. Up, up. It's a high base, but it's threatening to pop higher. If it gets over 193, that's going to be really, really good. If you look here at the weekly chart, we popped. So this week, though, it stopped. This was a problem. We're at resistance, and we found resistance. On the monthly, we got a buy, and it's still going higher. It's looking good. Baidu is up more than 1% on Friday, but we're at resistance. Look at Baidu. Tried to get over resistance, came right back down. It's huge symmetrical triangle. Guys, look for this to pop higher or lower. It's above moving averages, so that's looking really, really good on the bull side. If you look here at the weekly, last week we called it a buy, boom, and then this week, boom, it looked good. Looked good. The monthly is also looking good on that. Cisco, we already looked at. Catfish, got a buy on it. The weekly is hung up here. I'm not getting a weekly chart for some reason. Let's go to eBay. eBay got a sell on it. Did try to pop up a little bit Friday, but I got a sell on it. I'm half tempted. If we see more weakness next week, I'll put a sell on the weekly. Monthly, looks like it's met its high. Facebook was down 5%. 5%. I almost put a sell on it, but we're at a major area of support. I'm going to stay there because this is going to want to fill the gap. But this is problematic, has a good chance of breaking down. The weekly looks really weak. The monthly looks weak. Facebook just does not look good to me. Healthy. Google and Google with an L. We're nearing resistance, but everything else looking solid. Google with an L. We're at resistance, but slightly higher than that. And everything looking well. GoPro had to put a buy on it Friday. So GoPro is up 1.3% on Friday, and we hammer out on the weekend or the weekly chart. This could be a hammering out the low, and this could be ready for a buy. But on the week, I had a sell, and that's where we're at. So we could be cleaning out a bunch of the lows right now, and it just looks like it's trying to put in a drastic low is what it looks like to me. Microsoft popped up. We already looked at it. High base, pop, pop, pop. We already looked at that one. Okay, Netflix up 1.8%. Got a buy on it from back here December 28th, and boom, to the upside. Weekly, last couple weeks, boom, to the upside. Monthly looking solid. Nvidia was down slightly, but we're at resistance, resistance, resistance. That's a problem for Nvidia. But the weekly still doing okay, but we're kind of hung up near resistance area, a little above it, but it needs to get some confidence. It needs to take off. Oracle got a buy on it. We're finally above the moving averages, so it's going in the right direction. It needs to stay there. Needs to clear out this consolidation and pop to the upside. This is a high base bear flag, bull flag looking thing, so it needs to take off. We really need to get over like 53 bucks and let it run. That's what it needs to do. Priceline. We're nearing resistance. That could be a problem. The last couple of weeks are good, but see this area of resistance coming across? That's where this is. But there's a nice little flag. This could pop. This could rally, 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 rally. PayPal, we got buys on it. It's still churning to the upside. Red Hat was slightly down. This is just not as bullish to me, guys. Red Hat's just not. I still got a buy on it on the weekly, the monthly. It's consolidating. I think we're trying to build a high base on the monthly. Snap was down 3.36, so I put a buy on it. I'm going to stay with my buy right now because we're at support. But last week, put a sell on the weekly, low base on the monthly. So this thing could get bearish. Anyway, let's just see what happens here. Do I want to put a sell on this? I need to see more downside for me to be committed to that. Twitter was up 4%. But it popped up over resistance, then sold off right there. It tried to break out. It's still in a rising wedge, which is more bearish than it is bullish. So that's a problem. That's right there a problem. But if it can break through next week, then it makes this rising wedge null and void. The weekly is going up, 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 and we have the 50-week moving average coming down. That should act as resistance. The monthly is heading higher. The interesting on the monthly is this. We have a double bottom. See that? Double bottom, and it's going higher. So that's where we're at. It could be a bear flag in the making also. Woo! A lot of information. If you think that we could help you in your trading, because listen, the markets are on fire. If your 401k and your IRA and your trading account isn't also on fire, if you aren't at least keeping up with the markets, then you need help. And that's what we've been doing a long, long time. So just text me your name. Text me your name. Text me your email address.